I want to give a shout out to two quarterbacks in the Big Ten. I want to start with Justin Fields. The dude was phenomenal in Ohio State's opening game against Nebraska. Justin Fields looked really, really good. He made some beautiful throws. He had a throw to Garrett Wilson over the middle for a great touchdown where that's an NFL ball. That's an NFL high-level throw. And I really am impressed. Justin Fields very clearly worked very hard on refining his mechanics in the offseason. The guy's got this awesome stroke where he's using his core to generate more force. I love his follow-through at the end. And I really, when I watched Justin Fields in week one, Ohio State versus Nebraska, week one for the Big Ten, Justin Fields has more command throwing the ball. I mean, straight up, I go, wow, Justin Fields is better as a passer this year than he was last year. And maybe part of it is, he's got more starts under his belt, and he knows the offense better. He looks a little bit sharper. But I'm all in on the fact that I think Justin Fields got better at throwing the football this offseason, working on little things and probably handling the ball more often. And I'm just glad Justin is in college, getting more starts under his belt. I'm excited, man. By the way, as you know, Justin Fields runs the ball like a running back as well. And so it's only one game, but in game one, Justin Fields was amazing. And if Nebraska was any indication of the consistent play we're going to see from Justin Fields, if he plays like that every week, I actually would say that, and it's funny how far the pendulum will swing, but I've been waiting for, here's what I've always loved about Justin Fields. He's a crazy good athlete. He works incredibly hard. People like him. He's a great guy. I wanted to see his arm talent get better. It looks like it did. And week one, timing, accuracy, ball location, the word is command. He's in more command of the ball than he was last year. I actually think that if this continues, if week one happens the rest of the year, all year, I think Justin Fields would be a better option as the number one overall pick than Trevor Lawrence. And people have decided already, Trevor Lawrence is the guy. I get it. But Justin Fields has an ability physically to run that is far greater than Trevor Lawrence. It's a fact. And if he's making throws like he did against Nebraska, NFL throws with high-level arm talent and great anticipation. Oh, yeah, by the way, he runs like a running back. I think Justin Fields might be the preferred number one overall pick if coaches were choosing. So keep your eye on that. Justin Fields, to his credit, looked phenomenal week one. He's done a lot of work. He looks really good throwing the football. And I was very, very impressed with the way Justin Fields played week one, for Ohio State at least, against Nebraska. I say week one because it's not week one of college football, but it's week one for Ohio State. It's a weird gray area, so whatever. I also want to give a shout out to the Wisconsin quarterback, Graham Mertz. He killed it week one. They shredded Illinois. And it's really sad because Graham Mertz has given us kind of a roller coaster of a story where he was phenomenal week one, and then he got COVID. And because the Big Ten has the most stringent COVID restrictions, it appears, in college football, Graham Mertz is going to have to be in quarantine for 21 days, meaning he's going to miss 3 weeks of college football. 3 more games before Graham Mertz plays again. It's like, I feel kind of robbed because Graham Mertz was becoming one of my most interesting and exciting and favorite stories in college football. Gone, taken away. We're not going to see him for another month, basically. Because it looked like, to me, Wisconsin had finally found their best quarterback since Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson was incredible, but Russell Wilson transferred in. Russell Wilson was not recruited homegrown at Wisconsin. He was only there for 1 year, and he bounced to the NFL. Graham Mertz is a redshirt freshman. He has 4 years of eligibility, and he looked phenomenal. Graham Mertz, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for so long. Wisconsin's always been a good program. They run the ball well. And I've always said, if you're a quarterback in high school, and you look at a program like Wisconsin or LSU, and you go, they have everything. They just need a quarterback. And you're confident in your ability, go there. Dominate there. And Justin Mertz looks like that guy where he made great decisions and he completed all of his easy passes, share screens, easy out routes, stuff like that. But Graham Mertz was completing not just the easy stuff. He had a great ball down the left sideline. He had a throw for a touchdown where he throws it high up top of the end zone, makes his guy go up and get it. Perfect ball location. That's an NFL throw. I am really, really curious to see how Graham Mertz does when he gets back from his injury, or from his COVID quarantine. You also got to remember that how is the attention going to impact Graham Mertz? Graham Mertz was a guy, he was an All-American in high school. You would think he's used to attention, the media attention he got, the national media attention he got from week one. You would think, no problem, he's handled it, he's been there before. But sometimes when a guy has this crazy moment and then has a long time to think about it, you can psych yourself out. So I think he's going to handle it fine, but we'll see in 3 weeks. We're going to get more Graham Mertz at some point. I can't wait for it. So I'm curious, how does Graham Mertz do when he comes back from his COVID quarantine? And then how does Wisconsin do in the time that Graham Mertz is not there? You have an NFL quarterback not playing. 2020, oh man, it's just so frustrating because I just want it to be over. I want regular football with practice every day and no weird COVID restrictions and no stories like this where people like Graham Mertz, who are just a really young, up-and-coming, incredible football player, are not playing. I envy and look forward to the day that COVID is no longer something we are talking about. It seems like every single day in the sports world and in the world in general. I mean, I hate wearing the mask. It's annoying, but really what is disappointing is that a guy like Graham Mertz, who is my favorite story in college football right now, just got sidelined for a month. It's like, oh, man, what a loss. What a disappointing, frustrating loss. It's like, man, I wish Graham Mertz was playing. I really am disappointed about that. Makes me sad. And keep your eye on Graham Mertz, how that story develops down the road at Wisconsin.